Hey, guys. How's it going?
DPP in the house.
Hey, guys. I'm so happy you guys are here. So happy, so happy. How's it going so far for the 2024 year for you guys?
It's going.
Does it feel any
It's,
different?
sales have been a little bit better this month than last month, but I'm trying to really look for fundraisers. So like,
Last month was kind of like a half month. We didn't really even count it as a whole month. It's more like a half month.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is a whole month. So I'm trying to make sure we send out reminders to everybody. Hello, 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 guys. We got 7 people on now since I put the reminder out
Look at what
earlier.
my boyfriend did for me for Christmas behind me.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. That is so
I'm
cute.
still in the process of I'm still in the
Somebody,
processes of trying to get everything organized the way I want it and stuff. But yeah, he did that for me for
oh,
Christmas.
somebody at the
It
hospital with
lasted all
son and daughter-in-law. Who is that at the hospital? I can't make out who it is. It's got, I need to update my name on mine, on my part. I can't make out. Can you give us your name? Somebody said they're at the hospital. Want to make sure we're praying for you guys. I need to go in here and change my name on here. Make sure you guys, can somebody put a reminder in TTS that we are live? Can somebody put that out there as a reminder? I'm trying to change my name on mine. I don't know how to do this because I think it just says iPhone. Let's see how to do that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do that. I was trying to update it.
hold on.
Meeting setting. I was trying to see
Sorry, I
how to
was finishing.
change my name. Uh, let's see. Trying to make sure. I can't figure out. I cannot figure out how to do it. I'm so goofy like that. Oh my gosh. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful, guys. Woo. Thank you, Tammy, for putting a reminder out
So right
there.
now,
Hmm.
I I've got my team challenge to
Okay.
go live, and if they
Oh,
go live, they're getting put into proper happy mail. They have till midnight tonight to go live.
way to go. Way to go. That's amazing. Uh, somebody said the baby's breech and sent home. Can you tell us who you are? Oh, Angie. That's Angie. Hi, Angie. I'm so sorry about that. Oh my goodness. We're praying. And we are praying. That's a good idea, Tammy, to challenge your team to do that. I love that. I love that.
I
So
did
guys,
it.
oh, that's you. That's you. That's you. Angela, that's you.
Yes,
Yes,
that's her.
ma'am.
Oh, that was you. Okay, I see Angie on here too. So Motorola Edge, who is that? Is that you, Angela?
No.
Okay,
Yeah, just
I
to
see.
say,
I see.
hi everybody. Just to say, who's Motorola Edge?
Thank you, Ms. Wells, for reading the notes. Where I was like, oh, my eyes are so poor. Okay, guys. Okay, remind me in about 15 minutes, we're gonna take a little picture. You know how we do our little group picture. So we'll do it like about 8:15. Somebody can track that time. So I want to say welcome, guys, to our connection call, weekly connection call. And as you come in, be sure to mute yourself so we won't get all the background noises. So happy you guys are here. Okay, one of the things that came to mind, I want to say this, guys, because somebody just reached out to me a minute ago and asked me what does she need to do to join. She had been talking about joining last week and she couldn't then, but she set everything up. Her husband was in the hospital on he had a bad infection and they had him on ventilators and everything. Well, she reached out to me just now and said, I'm ready to join. I said, I didn't think she was ready because her husband was so sick. So guess what she said, guys? He died yesterday. 31 years old. 31 years old. Here she is now, a single mom with 3 kids. And I offered her to start at no cost. I told her just to pay the $10 for the shipping. So she said, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get the big kit. And I said, okay, whichever way you do it, I am going to help you. I'm very passionate about helping people, but surely somebody like that, I mean, just think about, we're thinking about the things that we're going through, but somebody else is going through something worse every time. I mean, I feel my heart really go out to her. So we're going to be praying. So
When you lose a loved one, I'm sorry to cut you off there, Debbie, but when you lose a loved one coming from someone speaking from experience, it's a driving motivator. It especially when you have to take on extra mouths to feed on top of that. That was one of the things when Tammy reached out to me. She was like, girl, you need to just come on. We got to get your mind off of things. We've got to get you back motivated doing what you need to do. And you need the extra income for KJ. And it took me a minute, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to think about it because I didn't know whether or not I was ready, but I had to sit back and think, okay, do I want to wallow around or do I just want to do the thing? And it's a big motivator for sure.
you know what? I tell you guys, Angela lost her daughter. She's the one who's speaking now, and it was so tragic. And we all prayed for her and rallied around her. And she is so strong, and I love KJ. I saw her she went live today, picking him up from school. But that is her why. And that's part of what we're gonna be talking about tonight, guys, because I'm finding that so many of us are dealing with things. We're dealing with a lot of personal things. We're dealing with sickness. Some of us dealing with death. It's just stuff that we're having to deal with, and we want you guys to know that we're praying for you. I know Mitzi is going through some health things. We're praying for her. Dennis, I don't know if he's on the call. Dennis is going through some stuff now with his surgery. And sometimes I miss things, guys. I don't always catch it, but so many of us are going through things. So we want you guys to know that we're here. We're here to pray for you and uplift you in every kind of way. I think somebody's got some background noise. Can you mute your phone? I can't tell who it is. Okay.
Well, I will say
Okay.
this, it's helping. It's helping a lot. Especially going to the year-end Christmas party. That was really a big, big, big emotional thing for me. I mean, I got to see SFR online and I was in tears the whole time. But I mean, it just y'all are a welcoming family. And it has really, really helped more than I can imagine, or more than I can express, rather. I'm done.
I'm so happy you came because we had a blast, and it was just the way it's another form of connecting. And I saw so many hugs and saw how everybody was willing to help one another. That's what that's all about, and that's what we represent. We represent, if you're going through something, we're going through something. So that's how we do this. I mean, you guys know that I had to suddenly fly to Chicago because my brother has been given 3 months to live. He has lung cancer. So when I flew out there, not knowing what to expect, you guys, you kept doing what you do. I mean, you guys are doing the post to your page. Of course, thanking Kathy again for giving us this opportunity to have this platform, along with doing her post to your page thing all the time. And then there's Debbie always doing the post to your page, and there's Mitzi. They keep us where we are. And on several others, I think Lizzie, so many that just step in. I think even Angela did a post to your page today. So all of us, and I don't mean to miss anybody, but all of us are stepping in, helping each other, because it does take a village. But one of the things that I want to bring out, guys, we want to talk about building a strong mindset. And this is something that I kind of pulled up that I Google, and I'm gonna read this to you. And you know how often we talk about affirmations and you speak that into your existence? Because if you don't, whatever you say is what's going to happen. Whatever you say, that is true, right? And this is what it says. I'm going to read this. It's a powerful way to do this. Change your thoughts by creating positive affirmations. That's the start of it. A powerful way to do this is by noticing your negative affirmations when they come up and then reframing from them. Stay positive. So changing your I can't to I can. It's hard to it's easy. Those are affirmations that you speak, okay? So there was a new team member that was saying that some of the things was hard. And I said, no, it's not hard. It's just new. You haven't done it before. So anything that we have not ever done, for example, live videos, a lot of people think they're hard. And they feel that way because they haven't done it or haven't done it enough. But remember, whatever you speak, that becomes that. You become that person. I'll give you another example. For 37 years, I worked for an abusive boss. I've been speaking about it openly lately. I worked for an abusive person for that long. He didn't put his hands on me, but he was in my head. So I was always thinking the things that he said were true about me. And it didn't happen that I got the courage to step away from that. Is when he did what he did, when he took my income away. I stood up at that point. I said, enough is enough. I'm not going back. I don't care what I've lost. I'm going to make this work Cincy full time. And of course, it's been a struggle for me. It has been a struggle. But at some point, when you won't change, you have to change. Any feedback off of that before I move to the next thing? Anybody? Oh, Ms. Wells, you're going to read that for me.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. It says, let me see where I need to start. Okay, my weakness is reaching out coldly in messaging. It's the comfort zone that I need to overcome. I struggle with recruiting and in me also in lives. Mhm.
Okay. We take baby steps. Okay. We take baby steps, first of all. And when you claim that you have problems, you got to say, whatever it is that you're struggling with, you got to say, I am a recruiting rock star. So if you're struggling with recruiting, you want to claim whatever you want to be. Claim whatever that is. Because what it's going to do is going to make you do things to change that. For example, if we're not what we want to be financially, it's going to make you claim what you want to be. For example, many years ago, I wouldn't say I always did, but at some point I claimed that I wanted to be a superstar director. I said it, but I wasn't doing the things. So I remember Nettie saying this. Nettie said, it did not take you 7 years to promote to superstar director. She said it took you 1 year. And I couldn't understand what she meant by that. What she meant by that is that I did not put my foot down and set goals until 2016. Even though I said I wanted to be superstar director years before that, but I wasn't taking the action to get to that point. So once I decided to promote to superstar director in December of 2016, I had a conversation with my family. I told them, I said, look, this is my year. 2017 is my year to promote to superstar director. And at the time, it was really gonna be an obstacle for me because I had no directors. Okay. So when you promote to superstar director, you have to have 4 directors. So I had none. So here I am getting ready to jump this big hurdle to do something that's almost impossible, not impossible, close to it. But I knew that I had to do things to make that happen. So I buckled down. I did training. I showed up every day. Some things didn't get done around the house. And I already told my folks, look, the dishes not going to get washed sometime. So a lot of stuff ain't going to be picked up. And because I knew I had to make sacrifice because I was working my other job. I was working my full-time job and trying to promote the superstar director. And I'm a caregiver. And I have my daughter and all the things. So I had to put things in perspective. I had to go focus on recruiting 2 a month. I had to also focus on getting $2,000 PRV every month because this is the training that I had opted into. And the training I opted into, in order to be in the training, I had to do these things. So it was tough, but I stayed with it. So what happens when things get tough, you get tougher. You don't run from it, you face it. You face it front on. Okay, that's enough. Okay, go ahead and read those.
Okay. Uh, again, this is people saying what they, I guess, their fears or their weakness. This is Jody. I need to get better at recruiting as well. I have a team of 11, but I can't get them motivated or to even respond to anything most of the time. And then Angela says she's bad about, Angela Hudson, I'm bad about starting something, then doing other things in between, causing me not to finish what I first started. I guess I let others take over life. Squirrel.
Well, Angela, that sounds like me. I squirrel all the time. Even my daughter says, you can't complete stuff. You can't complete a sentence. Your just mind just all over the place. So I have to say, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. What you have to do is take action. We have to take action. I think Tammy wanted to chime in. Where are you, Tammy?
I want to say something. So I'm listening to these comments being said, and granted, there's most of them are for my team, but one, you got to eliminate the boundaries. There are no boundaries. You have to, there's no comfort zone anymore. If you want to do it, you have to do it, whether you're doing it scared or whether you're just flying by the seat of your pants. You have to just get out there and just take the bull by the horns and do it. If your team's not responding, you're hi KJ. If your team's not responding and your team's not doing what you need to do, then that means you need to recruit more. Because that's one thing that I learned, because I relied on the people that I had to keep me where I was. And the people you started with aren't going to be the people that get you to where you want to be. You have to keep recruiting. And that's one thing that once I stopped and listened to what Debbie was telling me, you got to recruit, you got to replace, you got to have more people. And I became that student and started listening. That's when I got my title back. And also too, there's no boundaries for me anymore. I've been going live more. I have been posting more about recruiting. I'm offering all of my host kits out. If I can't find anybody by the time I really need to close it out, then, you know, I take whatever, but stop setting boundaries for your kid, or come to me. I'll motivate you. I'll get a fire under your butt, just like I did with Angela, and it just keep doing it. Stop and putting boundaries. Just do it.
I'm so happy that Tammy chimed in, because I saw Tammy. I'm in her chat. I saw her get discouraged. I saw her pour her energy into her team. I saw this. And at the same time, I saw her frustration. I saw she was even questioning herself. She was saying, how am I failing you guys? And what am I doing wrong? And I kept telling her, you're not doing anything wrong. I will pull her to the side and say, you can only do as much as they will allow. And you can't always, first of all, you have to know the person's why. Everybody's why is different. I mean, some people join just to get the discounts. Some people join just to get, just to hang out. So we can't be upset with them if that's their only why. So we can't always be mad because they don't want it like we want it. So the solution to that is to keep recruiting. That's what I told Tammy. You got to keep recruiting. And because you got to do that anyway. I didn't even realize that Tammy had only recruited like 3 or 4 people in 1 year. That's because she wasn't recruiting. She wasn't partying. She wasn't going live. She wasn't doing any of this stuff. But the light came on, guys. We're talking about Tammy had gone 4 or 5 years. I guess I don't know if I'm saying it right. She had gone all those years and she wasn't doing the things that she needed to do to change her mind. It was in her mind. The fear was here. She didn't want to go live. She didn't want to. And I kept staying in her ear. I stayed in her ear. I said, you got this. Tammy's amazing. She's an amazing leader. I see her, I watch her, and I watch how she's developed with her team. And I mean, her team, they bring it on. They bring it on. She's so because I'm right there to watch it. So, but it hadn't always been that way. She changed her mindset. That's why we're talking about this now. You have to change your mindset in order to be in this business. If you want the business to work for you like a business, you have to treat it like one. But if you are working the business like a hobby, you're gonna pay for it like it is. And I'm glad that I can't remember who put that quote in the chat. One of Tammy's team members put that quote in the chat. And I said, you know, timing was everything. But it depends on what it is that you want. I don't pound on people. Because, you know, when I joined Scentsy, there's some other companies out there that pound on you. Like there are a lot of Mary Kay people out there. They're different in the way that they work their business. They're real aggressive. I'm not like that. I'm not aggressive. I match energy. So if you are really wanting this, I'm going to match that energy. If not, I'm going to lay back. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be pounding on you. Oh, you got to do. I'm not like that. It's not about, for me, it's about what I can help you do. That's where I am. So I'm not aggressive like that in the sense, because it's not about what I can get out of it. It's about how I can help you. That's how I look at this business. That's why I say we're family. Because one thing about me, I've always been a go-getter, and I'm gonna make stuff happen for myself. But you'll never hear me saying, I need you to do this because I need to meet my numbers. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about where you want to be and what we're gonna do all we can to help you get to where you want to be. That's what it's all about. Anybody else saying anything?
One thing that I want to say is everybody has, so here's a metaphor, okay? Here's a box. Everybody's thinking, what can I do inside the box? You need to open the box, you need to throw the box away and get rid of it. You have to think outside of the box and get creative in what you're doing. Because if something's not working, try something else. Seriously, because just get rid of the box. Throw the box away, burn it, whatever, and start thinking outside of the box on whatever you do. Because, and if you find something that works for you, share it with other people because it may work for them. But also, too, what I do may not work for, say, Dawn, and what Dawn's doing may not work for me, or something that I'm doing may work for them, for Angela, and something she's doing may work for me. So you never know. You have to keep trying all these different ways, whether it's recruiting, whether it's your sales. You have to think out of the side of the box, and you have to try different things, or you're not going to be successful, period. And you also have to have goals. If you don't have a goal, you don't know when you arrive. You don't know what you're shooting for. So you don't know how hard you need to go. So you have to set your goals, your daily goal, your weekly goal, your monthly goal, your yearly goal. So get your goals. I know who just did the vision boards. Get a vision board and put it up on your.
It was Courtney.
So get a vision board and put it up on your wall so you can remind yourself every day, okay, that's my vision. That's what I want. Well, that's your end goal. And while you're shooting for your end goal, you have to have smaller goals to reach for.
That's good, Tammy. I love that.
And Angela Hudson says, I've had to pivot a couple of times. It's like dancing. Keep pivoting those hips.
I love the way I love this. I love how Angela has his best personality. I love it. Got to swing them hips. Okay, the next thing here it says, number 2, it says, use the power of intention. So it gives this example. It says, Randy Jackson, former host of American Idol, and he's this business leader in the music industry, had mentioned in an interview that artists like David Bowie and Madonna had a mindset so strong that it produced a belief that they had in their future success. They acted as if their success and fame were real long before they had attained it. So that's what we talked about, claiming something now. So in other words, if you want to be a director, you should totally start acting like one. If that's what you want to do, you can do that now. A lot of you guys are doing it already. Like, for example, I saw this in Kathy early on. Kathy was a certified consultant performing like a director. She said, that's what I want to be someday. You don't have to wait until you reach that title. You can already perform like that. There are things that a lot of you guys are doing. I see you to be leaders already. And that's why we have a place for leaders. Anytime you are a leader above, you're a leader. So claim whatever it is that you want and start acting like that already. We got any more feedback?
And Debbie, don't forget the picture.
Oh, picture. Okay, who can take a picture with all of us in it? Because I know Shelly's not on here. She's able to get everybody like a
And-
landscape.
I can do it. I've got, you guys.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Let us know when you're ready. Thank you, Ms. Wells.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually get everybody at once. Yeah, let me see if I can get out of the way. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile, Sensei.
Let's see.
All right. I got you.
Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys
My daughter
are
wanted to be in the
amazing.
picture.
What?
Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute.
Did she get in there?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sweet.
oh, she's so
Yep, I
cute.
see
She's
her.
cute. She's so cute. You got her in there too?
I did. I'm just gonna
Oh, yay.
copy, make it look a little better.
Okay, great. Any more comments in there before we move to the next one?
No, I think we covered. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Listen. They say always listen to Debbie and Tammy. They know what they're talking about.
Who said that?
That was Dawn.
Oh, Dawn. I've seen Dawn come a long way too. You know, it helps when you go to events. Dawn was at SFR. She's been going to World Tour. I mean, speaking of World Tour, for those of you, if you did not register for World Tour, some of them you can just walk in. I think Courtney mentioned that last time. So we would encourage you guys to go to World Tour. Those of you who show up, go up.
And I will say that World Tour is where my pivoting point was for me. I will never miss another World Tour. And I hate to say it, but I just lost a very, very good friend of mine. He is extremely close to me. I lost him on New Year's Eve. And they said, well, we're gonna have his celebration of life in February. And I was like, yep, but I can't be available this weekend if you can work around it. I gotta go to World Tour. Which they are, but World Tour is extremely important to me. And I'm not gonna, I don't want to miss it. So I spoke up to the family, to his daughters, and I was like, I really want to be there for Tony and stuff, because I mean, he was just everything to me. And I was like, can we do it like the first weekend? So they're working around it to make sure I can go to that and the World Tour.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about that. And I know when you have somebody close to you, whether it's a friend or family, that could be a hard hurt, especially when they're that close to you. We're so sorry to hear about that. And it's just like, I remember when Tammy went to World Tour last year, she went by herself. She went alone, guys. But when you go there, you meet all these people. That's the purpose of being there, so you can network and get to know other people. So if you're in your area and there's no consultant that don't worry about that. You're gonna walk away knowing somebody. So another thing we want to talk about practicing gratitude. Okay. So this is one of the things that shows up on here. One of the most powerful ways you can help build a strong mindset is when you learn to count your blessings and appreciate all the things that's presented to you in your life. I do this. You can totally do this on Facebook. Talk about the blessings that you receive from Cincy, for your family, for anything, the blessings from the team or whatever. Just when you count your blessings, and I always say this, I just like we say, pay it forward always. When you pay it forward, you're gonna automatically get your blessings back. I say this all the time. You know, when I say, guys, help team members, congratulate them. You can even shout them out on your page. They don't have to be directly on your team, but people want to be a part of a positive or a winning team. And how they gonna raise their hand to want to be a part is when they see that you're showing gratitude, when you practice that. And this is not something that I made up. This is some I found. So I'm not the only one saying this. We got any more feedback?
Nothing in the chat. Nothing else in the chat. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. I got one. Somebody said going alone is scary, but I did it. You can also. That was Dawn too. Go alone.
I forgot Dawn went by herself as well. Yeah, look at what happens. Look at all the things that take place in your business. This next thing that's being said here says to connect with your inner child, allow for playfulness. Okay. So, you know, I remember Heidi saying this once, childlike wonder. You know how children, they don't have fear of anything. How often do we hear fear is something that develops in our mind because we don't come in here being afraid. We just do stuff. But the more you think about stuff is when you start piling on that fear. And me, I just jump out there and do something. Just do it. You know, if you go out there and just do it, you block out the fear. But it's like the childlike wonder that Heidi always talk about. But go out there, whatever it is that you're afraid of doing, just do it. Jump out there and do it. Don't worry, you know, just cancel out the background noise. And again, you can't get beyond that if you don't try. Try and then keep trying and keep trying. And don't worry about being perfect. A lot of times we don't try things because we're looking for perfection. So don't worry about that. Perfection is boring. So it's boring anyway. So I go out there and do goofy videos all the time, make the mistakes, who cares? Nobody even knows that you made one. Sometimes I'll play it back like, why did I say that? But nobody else knows but me. Any feedback?
See, this is Rebecca says she's going to be at World 2 in Bentonville, and I'm hoping to be at SFR. Got to find out all the details.
Yay, that's what I'm
He's
talking about. That's
going.
leaders are born at events. Absolutely. So this next one, it says be present. When building a business, if you can be very easy to find yourself living in the future. Okay, so be present. I will be happy when I achieve XYZ. Do not associate happiness with future events. You are postponing your happiness for the future that is completely uncertain. The time to experience happiness and joy is right now, no matter which stage of your business you are in. So be in the present. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just do what you can do now, is what this is saying. So this next one, it says your body is your temple, honor it. So at this part, it's talking about your health. Thank God that Cincy has a free wellness program. How many of you guys are registered or, you know, every month, Cincy sent an email out to everybody and asking you to enroll in the wellness program. Who's in the wellness program? Raise your hand if you're in the well. Now, if you don't even know, if you don't know that Cincy has one, raise your hand. You know, put in the comments that you don't know, that you didn't know that Cincy has one. And it's free, just in case you don't know. But it comes in the email every month. Anybody saying anything?
Nobody's in that, I don't think.
I'm sorry,
No,
I can't give up my Coca-Cola. I can't
Okay.
because I'd be dishonest because I can't give up my Coke. I'm sorry.
That's what because this month is a sweet challenge. It's a
Uh-huh.
sweet challenge. There's no sweets this month.
No
so that's
sugar, yeah.
no sugar. That's it. No sugar. That's what it is.
I
Mhm.
can't give up. I can't
That's
give
rough.
up.
That's tough.
That's what those
Okay.
sacrifices have to kick in.
Okay, Angela said life is short. Enjoy it now. Start every single day. 2024 is going to be the best year I've had in a while. Positive attitude. That's what she's got.
Yes, excellent.
And then
Yes.
Rebecca say, I have seen it or missed those emails. Gonna look now. So she has not seen the emails about the wellness.
Okay, yeah, it comes out every month. And enroll in it, guys, because if you guys, any of you, if you have a watch, Apple Watch, let's connect. That I would love to be your accountability partner with that. So I've been doing the wellness thing, guys. Even if you look at my Facebook page, I have a wellness album because back in July, when I got my test results back, my cholesterol was elevated. So I refused to take medicine. So I already know what I need to do because when mama got sick, you know, sometimes you're just grabbing things to eat on the go. It is not always the best thing. And in my case, I picked up a lot of fried stuff, fried chicken, fried green tomato, fried this, fried fish, fried everything, fried and potato chips. I was eating all the stuff I shouldn't have been eating. Well, it escalated my cholesterol. So in July, I made it a point to do away with all the fried stuff. I did away with the fried stuff. I did away with the dairy, no cheese, all the things. So since I did that, I've lost 20 pounds. I'm not trying to lose weight, but because I changed the way I eat, I still walk, I still get 10,000 steps every day. I was doing that partially then, but when mama got sick, everything got thrown off because she was in the hospital 3 months and I was just grabbing stuff as I could. I couldn't really watch, I couldn't walk, just doing it. So this month sometime I'll recheck my cholesterol, see where I am. But I'm also taking supplements. But Cincy Wellness has helped me through this because it challenges me. And I am connected with a lot of Cincy consultants on my Apple Watch. I'm connected with my kids and I cheer people on. So if you have an Apple Watch, I'm gonna cheer you guys on. When you hit that level, I'm gonna be your biggest cheerleader. So it is so important that we take care of ourselves because if we don't take care of ourselves, who's going to take care of us? So we got to do it. We got to take care of ourselves. Any feedback on that? So I want you guys to join the wellness program.
I'll walk, I'll put steps in, I'll do all that, but I can't give up my Coca-Cola, sir.
Ha, Lord, you want to be a
I
hard
went
head.
on a cruise and they only had Pepsi. I brought my Sensi Go. I traded my Sensi Go and my pods for 3 Cokes.
I'm sorry, but I can't give up my Dr. Peppery.
Oh my God, you guys got it. I tell you. Well, I made some huge sacrifices myself, guys, because a lot of things I like milkshakes, I like fried green tomato, but I gave it all up. I cold turkey gave it up. I don't even miss it.
Well, what you eat for your pleasure?
And you know what? See,
Watermelon.
something else. I'm glad you said it because I eat watermelon season's out, so I can't even do that. So, but I have diverticulosis also, so I can't eat corn.
Right.
I can't eat stuff with nuts. Right? I can't even eat that, so I'm deprived from that. So I got a boring. My stuff I eat is
Yeah.
boring. Okay.
Okay.
It's boring. So I don't even eat beef and pork. I don't eat that either. So, but I do eat things like turkey meat. I eat that, fish. But you know what? I got an air fryer. So I found that I can put my chicken wings in the air fryer and it tastes like fried. It tastes like fried chicken. I gotta throw some fish in there and see what that tastes like.
Don't
You
do
what you
that.
have to do. Have to do.
Don't put the fish in there because if you forget to clean it out right away, you go pay for it later. Yeah,
Oh
that's
Lord.
it's like, you know, they say don't microwave leftover fish, right? It's kind of the same scenario.
Oh, so that smell will still remain in there. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it will. It will. It will. But I was gonna say, you know, I kind of need to. I guess maybe I need somebody to beat it into my head to join that Cincy Wellness because I need to. I have what's called endocrine pancreas insufficient pancreas. Anyways, EPI. Basically, what that is where my pancreas. See, I always thought the pancreas was just something that develops insulin. Yeah, well, I didn't know that it was part of digestion too. So the pancreas creates enzymes to digest your food. Well, mine has shut down. I have none. So I have to take enzymes. And I hate it for people who have it because if they can't do pork, well, they can't take the Creon because it's pig enzymes, right? And I'm supposed to be on similar diabetic diet. The difference is I have to be on low fiber instead of high fiber. With cholesterol and heart, you have to be on high fiber. So I'm at a catch-22. Either way, I think I need somebody to beat it in me to join because I think that it would be the best thing for me. I've had to change my diet completely. And sadly, it's limited. So it's kind of like eating the same things over and over and over again. So I got to try to find a way to incorporate all the good comfort food
Something.
stuff that you gain 20 pounds on for the rest of the family.
Wow, that is, oh my goodness. I mean, I'm already tired from what you just said.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to tire nobody out, but I basically
I'm
was
done.
just trying to say, help me out here.
I
Get her
mean, I'm okay.
motivated. Get her
I mean,
motivated.
I'm okay, but I'm like, you got a lot of going on is what I'm trying to say. You got a lot. Yeah, you got a lot going on. Yeah. So when you sign up for that program, it's great because I mean, I got an email today congratulating me on not eating sugar. I don't know how they knew I wasn't eating sugar, but I got one. It's like a big cheering video. I mean, email.
Mm.
But it's hard to break old habits. So, but this is what I found. It's okay to do things. I think it's just about doing it in moderation. I would just say in anything we do, just do it in moderation. So it's hard to give up everything cold turkey. I mean, I did give up some stuff cold turkey, and I mean, I'm okay, but everybody's not disciplined like that. I'm pretty disciplined when it comes to certain things. If it's something, I have a drive that's different. So yeah, I'm so determined to get these numbers down. Once I get my numbers down, then I can go back to eating something in moderation. That's where I am for right now. I'm just gonna go cold turkey.
And see, that's the hard part. I seen somebody say something about some coffee. Yeah, I gotta have my coffee, and unfortunately, I gotta have cream and sugar with it. So that challenge is gonna be hard for me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just do it in moderation then. Don't take it all the way
Alright.
out, but just do a little bit. Yeah.
Right. All right, comments. Cheyenne says she has Crohn's disease. Dennis says for 3 years I
Oh.
stopped drinking soda. Once I started, I couldn't stop drinking it. I drink that though.
Oh, Dennis, you say you stopped and you started back.
3 years he stopped.
Oh, wow, that's a long time to stop. And
Yeah, but
you just picked it back up and you started
got
again.
got that taste. Had to go back to doing it. He do died though. He do died. So
Oh, okay, that's better. So that's one of the reasons why I said I don't even know if I need to do anything in moderation because I have a for my personality, it comes to like I binge, and when I binge, I don't know when to stop. So that's my problem. I eat so much at one time, I don't know when I don't have a stopping point.
mhm.
So I got a
All right.
question.
Mhm.
Today was Sensi payday. Who got paid? Who was
I didn't see
happy with their
anything.
Who was
I
happy
did.
with their paycheck? If
That's
you
a
weren't,
good
what
one.
are you gonna do to make it different for next month?
Mhm. My
Which-
thing, I just gotta get to that recruiting. It is just hard for me to recruit. So that's my thing. I gotta come up with some new ways to recruit.
We talked about that in person. Ms. Wells and I were talking about
Mhm.
that. We were talking about some tools to give people when they join
Mhm.
in person. We discussed it and I shared it with you guys. These little I can't wait to
Pouches.
get them. Yeah, I
Mhm.
ordered some pouches off Amazon. So we plan, you know how you guys may have some testers, I don't know how many times people have asked, well, what do you do with the old testers? So we're
Mhm.
gonna be using those old testers to prepare bags. You know how we talk about bag parties? So we're gonna actually use these for new consultants. And I had to think about, well, this is what I used to do long time ago. So sometimes you got to go back to the way you used to do things. So we got these little bags. We're going to put testers inside. We're going to place catalogs, order forms, so that when they join on the spot, they will have tools that they can go ahead and use to get their shooting star. So this is something that we're starting to do. So,
Mhm.
you know, even if you're not in person, you can do this with anybody. You can even ship it out, especially if it's not too hot. You can ship these little pouches to people because sometimes it may take a little while to get the kit. Um, I think it don't take 3 to 5 days. How
Oh
soon are
yeah, they
these
used
kits
to
coming
ship it
now?
within the next day or 2 days. So
Okay,
yeah,
so that
so
may
it
not
usually,
work for mail then. It may,
but somebody might
yeah.
be excited. They want to start right away, so they could do that.
I guess I'm talking about if you mail it. That may
Yeah,
not come. But then even if you, I think it'd still be okay because then it'd be something portable that they can take
right.
around.
Right.
Um, even if it's not testers that you have, it can be mold because a lot of you have those big molds, so you can actually make samples like that. Um, to put in the bag, you don't have to put all 80 of them in there, but just enough for them, like one in every category. And then, like I think Ms. Wells was saying, she's gonna go through her tests. I'm not. I'm just gonna pull them out and put them in there. I don't have time to be going through them tests. Even if they're not, even if the sets are not available anymore, it's still gonna be something that they can use that people can smell, and they can always say, you know what, that's not available anymore. But let me show you what is available.
Yeah. Well, I thought about that, Deb. I'm not gonna go through. I'm just like you said. I'm just gonna put a bunch of them in there and
and rock and roll.
rock and roll with it because I've got so many. And you know, after your 14
Yeah,
years and my 13 years, I got so many
yeah.
testers.
That's gonna be the incentive. That's what we're doing. Yep.
And I've got
So
to
what
go
do you?
back to getting drawing slips too. I mean, like when I'm doing events, really getting people information. I just don't do well with that sometimes. I got to get the information to follow up.
Oh yeah, I'm glad Ms. Wells mentioned that about the follow-up. That's key because I've had so many people to say, when you hand out these samples, how do you get their information? Well, I use a QR code. The QR code to me is the most effective. I got a new team member now. She just joined last night. And she joined because I gave her husband a room spray. Speaking of that, guys, anytime a person come to your house to service anything, whether it's the pizza delivery person or the mail carrier, people to come service your house, give them a room spray to thank them. I have gotten 2 team members for handing out room sprays. Janice is the first person. Guys know Janice. Janice has been with me for 5 or 6 years. Her husband came to my house to service the alarm, and I gave him a room spray. So he said, "Oh, my wife would love this," and we connected, and she joined my team. Well, this other guy, he is a guy that he's a security guard. And I met him maybe 2 years ago, and I gave him a room spray. And I had my QR code, and I had him to scan over the QR code, and I added him to my customer group. He added his wife. He placed an order the other day. Well, now she's my team member. So, guys, there's so many different ways to get team members, and that I didn't expect this lady to join. Sometimes it happens out of nowhere, but it all comes through our follow up. Whatever system you use, guys, just use. Let me tell you guys, Dennis is amazing at follow up. I know this because I'm on his list. He has Project Broadcast, and he sent out these incredible text messages to his customers to follow up. Dennis, are you still here?
Mhm.
I'm trying to see
He's
where he
on.
is.
He's on
Yeah,
here.
he does a great job with following up. And that's why his PRV is so strong. Where are you, Dennis?
I'm here. Sorry about that. I was on mute and I was trying to eat, so I
Oh.
apologize.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. Really quick, pins come out tomorrow, so I'm hoping I'm able to start walking a little bit, putting a little pressure on the foot. But otherwise, doing great. I'm sorry, I don't want to have anything on my face. I love Project Broadcast. I have been using Project Broadcast since almost a year and a half. And every customer that I receive so December I had about 10 random orders from random customers. That was the most I've ever had. And I follow up with them. I always let them know, thank you for your order. I also let them know that their item is shipped. I know they receive an email, but I also I go the extra step. I'm letting them know that their order has shipped, give them their tracking number, and letting them know what shipper it is. Because if you just give them a tracking number with no shipping, sometimes they're not going to know who it's with. So I always usually let them know who the shipper is with the tracking number. And I actually had a random order from last month that has spent over $500 with me in the last month and a half. I'm trying to talk to her about joining my team, and she loves my follow-up. And she has said, because of what I do, I am her consultant now. And I even told her about a shopping link. She's like, what is a shopping link? I was never told this before. So I opened up a shopping link. She placed a $290 order, and she already earned rewards on it. And I'm helping her with other friends' orders. That she's over $600 in orders so far. So all that is going to be in free products for her.
Wow, that's incredible. So what did
That's
she
awesome.
say about joining? What did she say to you about joining, Dennis? That's incredible.
She hasn't said anything yet. I'm still waiting to hear. I'm not going to push it. I could send her another, I'm going to wait a little bit to see if she responds to my message. If she doesn't, I'll wait maybe 3-4 weeks, or maybe 2 or 3 weeks, depending. Follow up with her again, say, hey, you've placed 4 orders with me, totaling over, say, $600-700. You would have received commission on that. What would you think about joining? And then see what she says from there. I don't know if she is bad with follow-up herself, because it could take 3 or 4 days to get a message from her back. But I still follow up with her, saying, hey, this is what's new coming out. She is a big Luna person. So like I said, that's how I met her last month, was because she was one of my random orders.
That's incredible, because what I was gonna say too, and you send her the message, you should do the math for her and tell her you would have made X number of dollars off this order. If you had if you were a consultant, this is how much money you would have made off of this order. Sometimes you have to do the math for them. I've got many people to join like that. Like, okay, you spent this amount of money the whole year. This is what you left on the. I think Rachel, she may be on this call. Rachel, are you here? She's one. I did the math for her. She's generally on the calls, but she and her family, they're Disney fans. And I pulled a calculator out. So, okay, you spent all this money. You should totally join. And I blessed her with a kid. So I don't know if she's on the call. She's generally on the call.
I'm on the call. Sorry, I couldn't get my mute off. But yeah, I'm here. Yep, it worked. I joined.
Yes, she sure did. She and her family, they were always, every time a Disney release was out, they wanted it. They got it. And they spent quite a bit of money too.
Yeah, we still have that issue.
So yeah, it's good to help them out, do the math, and people just don't think a whole lot about it until you help them out sometimes. Great job, Dennis. Great job. Thank you, Rachel, for chiming in.
And Dennis also said he was very pleased with his paycheck for December. And let's see what other people
And seeing
said.
Dennis, and I think about Dennis was doubting himself from his surgery, and he was working his business from the bed. Look at what happened. Look at what happens when you're intentional.
Okay. Dawn said she needs to work harder. Jody said she got paid, not happy. Gonna be recruiting. Brenda said I want to increase every month. That's what and that is what has happened so far. Learning from the best, I will get there. And Angela, you said you had a question.
Yeah, I do. I have a question. And this is off of the bag of testers
Testers.
that y'all were
Mhm.
talking about.
Mhm.
So have you ever, because this was always been one of my concerns. I mean, okay, yeah, just give a tester, let somebody try it out. If they like it, hey, yeah, let's do Scentsy. But have you ever had anybody that came across to you on an older scent saying, I want that scent, and if I can't have that scent, then
A lot of time.
I mean, well, I mean, because I know that I know I shouldn't go back into the past. I had one lady get upset, unfriend me, block me because Scentsy refuses to carry a certain scent anymore that they have. And I told her, I said, well, it's seasonal. And I told her about the Scentsy Club.
Mhm.
And she's like, no, they should just have it all year round. Just another Karen in my book. But I mean,
Hey,
yeah. So I mean that's
out
one of
of
my
thousands
concerns.
of cents we got.
Oh yeah,
Right.
something's wrong. Something was wrong with her.
Right. So I guess so. I mean, just hand them out then. Don't worry about it. If they like it, they'll come to you.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, I
just have
haven't
them
had
out.
any issues. Like I generally make up. I generally tell them about another scent. I've never in my 14 years ever had issues with somebody being so disheartened because a fragrance is no longer available. I've never had that kind of problem.
Well, I've had a few that wouldn't take anything else. I just gotta wait on that one. I want that one. You try to suggest something else. So I've had a few like that, but I just keep it moving.
And I'm gonna tell you, one of the things that I do with customers, I always try to do this, is to try to get them to mix their bars up. When they buy 5, get 1 free, I always suggest that they mix them up because I say, look, these scents are not gonna always be available, or you do the club, you know. But I try to get them used to using different fragrances so they won't be just. Not only that, they get nose blind. They get nose blind. They use the same scent. They don't think it work anymore. So I try to introduce multiple fragrances to them.
So real quick, I went to the dentist on Friday, and have you guys seen these bags in the consultant store?
Oh, that's so cute.
So I filled it up. I put a flower, a room spray for the women's bathroom and the women's bathroom and the men's bathroom in there, and a couple catalogs and my cards and stuff. Then I brought it in when I went to check in. I was like, and this is for you guys. And the girls in the office were like swarmed around it. And then they kept coming by and like, that smells so good. You can smell it already. And as I was leaving, I was like, oh, it smells so much better in here. They even sprayed it in the bathroom and stuff. But get yourself some of these. You can get 5 of them. I think it's like $8 or something like that. But just put your catalog, some samples, even some of the waxers, the wax samples or whatever in here. And then when you go to the doctor, you go to get your nails done, your hair done, wherever, and just here you go, thank you, and drop it off. But make sure you have a catalog and your business cards so they can contact you in there.
Well, that's so cute. I didn't even know that was in the workstation. That's super cute.
Yeah, I got all the sizes. So, and when I've had a couple big orders, local. So I got the big bags and I put their stuff in there and gave it to them. And then they've got
Well, I
a
think
bag
that's
that they
cute.
that they'll use, go in places, and people are like, "Oh, you got Scentsy? Where's that from?" So they're gonna reuse these, and then your name is gonna get out there even more. So
Okay, I'm gonna have to order
uh,
those for my. I need to order some of those for my events to hand out to people who join.
you
Right? That is cute because
yeah, but
they're small.
yeah. So to give you comparison size, this is the catalog.
Yes, that is perfect. Oh my gosh, I didn't. Thank you for showing me that because I have not seen those.
Yeah, so they're under totes and accessories, but when you go somewhere, or if you want to try and recruit somebody, or even for your host, if you're doing an in-home party or something like that,
Yeah.
it perfectly fit a flower and everything and still had room. So especially if you go to the doctors or anything, because doctors have money.
That's a good. That's a good idea.
Your hair
So
That's a great
salon,
that's
idea.
your
that's
hair
in the
and nail
consultant store.
consultant store under totes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They're a 5-pack for $8.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to order some. I wish I had, well, okay, I'm still gonna use my little plastic bags, but for people who join, that pay for the kit, yeah, I'm gonna get some of those for that reason. That'll and put some little tubes inside there. Thank you for showing that.
So yeah, they're really cute. So just food for thought. So I mean, if you want to like expand, you know, people are going to use these after, and they're going to keep
Mm-hmm.
doing that, and then people are going to see Scentsy, and they're going to be like, oh, what's Scentsy? And then they're going to talk about it, and they're going to refer you.
Thank you. That's good. Let me tell you guys what post I made today. And this is something, you know, because sometimes we have to try something different. And today it occurred to me, like, you know, being a caregiver, I've come across so many nurses. And I found that after I was listening to a training today, and I heard this nurse go live and talk about how she multitasks. She worked doing different things and running here and running there. And she talked about how she had 2 phones and 2 computers, and she does her business on the go. And I thought, you know, a lot of nurses are doing that. So I went out there and I Googled a picture of nurses, men, women, a diverse group of nurses, and I put it on my Facebook page. And I made a post and I asked nurses, if you're here, raise your hand. If you know a nurse, tag a nurse. And I think I've sent 2 messages so far, but the reason, and I'm thanking them, I'm thanking the nurses, and I'm not saying anything about them joining right now, but I'm keeping their names so that when time permits, because I don't want them to think I'm bombarding them now about joining, but I'm thanking them now. But I've got their names written down so I can follow back up with them at a later date and talk to them about Scentsy and talk about the success of nurses with Scentsy. So I'm thinking this is something that we can all do, guys. You can do this with nurses. You can do this with teachers. Do a post and say how many teachers I have on my Facebook list. Tag a teacher. It can be somebody in the military. How many people we have in the armed forces? Tag somebody who served our country. Want to thank them. You know, in that way. Think about anybody, social worker. It can be anybody. You know, anybody you can think of to grab somebody's attention so people can tag them. Has anybody ever done that?
Mhm. Oh,
Nobody's ever done that before? Well, that's a start. We can start doing something like that, guys.
And I am a certified nurse's aide, and this doing Shinsi on the outside of me being a nurse has actually helped me a lot.
Who is that speaking? Who is that? And thank you for being a nurse.
Cheyenne.
Hi, Cheyenne. I think I remember you saying that before. Right. So the extra income is a plus. Yeah, and you meet
Yes,
a
it
lot of
is.
people, and you meet a lot of people, so that helps. Thank you for saying that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, we are at the top of the hour. Lord, we got a lot of stuff. We have shared a lot of things. This call is amazing, guys. It's been
one
amazing.
thing, Debbie, I want to mention when we first started, someone mentioned that their husband had got laid off and they needed us to pray. Let me see who was that. I got to go back and find it.
Okay.
Very beginning. Robin.
Robin. Oh, so
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
Robin. I think Robin on Mia's team. I think that's if I think we're gonna be praying for you, Robin. I think that's
That he
I
that
think
he
she's
gets
on Mia's
something
team.
quick, another job quick.
Okay.
And then
So
I want to
sorry
ask
about that. It's tough.
Mia, what she got going on there. Her little
Is
buddy,
Mia on here?
Mia. Uh-huh.
Is she here?
You on mute, Mia. What you got there?
Okay,
There
I'm
you
right
go.
here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Mia.
Hi. That's my daughter. No.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, that's your daughter. Is that Robin, your team member that husband
Yes,
lost
yes,
his child?
she is.
Okay. All right.
Robin has been doing great. Robin has been very active even before she became a consultant. I don't know if you guys ever
Yeah.
noticed. She would show up on these calls and cheering people on and just showing up and doing the things. We're so proud of you, Robin.
Thank you.
We had a lot of comments, so if people want to go back and read it, just a lot of general things. People talking about the Diet Cokes and iced teas, and so we had a lot of
And then
interaction tonight.
right
Mhm.
now
Oh,
it's
great.
really hard for the state of Missouri for our CNAs and our nurses right now. We just got hit with a big snowstorm. We have over wasn't it like 8.5 inches?
Woo.
8.5 inches of
Oh,
snow
wow.
already, and it's gonna be snowing all day tomorrow.
What's that? Where is that now?
Northwest Missouri,
Oh, wow. We'll be
Northeast
praying for you
Missouri.
guys. Oh, that's
Like
hard.
I have to work tomorrow night, and hopefully I make it to work.
Wow. What's the temperature there?
Mom, what's the temperature? She's dealing with the kids. It's really cold out.
Oh, wow. I
It's
am
been
so sorry.
it's been snowing since yesterday around 3 o'clock ish.
Wow, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. We'll be praying because you guys got the snow. We got the high winds
We've also got
in
the high
Alabama.
winds coming in today, where they were in today at 40 mile an hour. So plus on top of the
Oh,
snowstorm.
oh, that's terrible. Oh, wow. Well, you guys take care of yourself and try to stay warm
Mm-hmm.
and be safe.
And I
We
just want to
will.
give a shout out to everybody that's active for the month. Great job.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Guys,
Active.
that's
Yeah.
great. That's great. Woohoo!
All right.
Well, you guys are amazing. I guess that's all that's on in the chat as well. Is that
Yeah,
all?
let me see. Something just popped up. Let me see. Oh, some people just talking about the storm. Angela says headed their way. So
Oh
that's it.
no. You guys be careful out there. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys
Yeah.
next week.
Next
Same
week.
place, same time. Love you guys. Good night.
Bye. Everybody have a great week.
Bye.
Good night. Bye. Good night.
Get this thing to get out of here. Oh, there we go.
I know you ain't mad at me, huh?